Hi, and welcome to Blue Utopia. By now you've probably already set up your email broadcast system, so now we're going to walk you through how to send out your first email broadcast. In this video we're going to focus on how to send out the email. Because this could get a little bit long, we're going to focus on how people get on and off email lists in another video. So when you get ready to send your first email campaign, you will click Email Campaigns over here. You'll notice that there's a couple of different ways. The first three are a couple of different ways you could create email campaigns. You can create from a template, which is by far the most common, and we'll walk right through that. So when you create an email from a template and you click Go, it pulls up some pre-designed templates for your campaign or organization, and you can view those templates here. And this is the one for fundraising. You can see it's got the little fundraising ask right here. It's got the fundraising ask already embedded into it here. You'll also normally have one for your video, for if you have video ad that you want to release, and then it'll also have the generic one, and then one for volunteer that links directly to your volunteer. So these are some standard templates that will come pre-populated in your system. To select one, you simply just select it there. So what you'll see next is this email building and formatting page. You'll see that the email engine has taken your template and built an email based around that template. You'll see that there are some different macros that you can add here. So one of them is almost always pre-populated in your system because it's standard. It's your first name. If you remember in the setup, you would have defined the default language if the first name is not in the database. So that way, when you send out an email, it will automatically name it Dear Bob or Dear Sally. But if that first name isn't in the database, it will default to Dear Supporter or whatever it is that you've put in that space. So these templates are automatically linked to all of your, like this one's linked to your contribution page, the volunteer one will be linked to your volunteer. So in a lot of cases, all you really have to do is just put your text there. So you put your text in there, and then you scroll down and you click Save. And this will walk you through a very easy 4-step process towards getting your email out the door. Now this next step walks you through the details of your email campaign. So the subject line is the subject line of your email. Like, hey, this is an email. And the from name is the from name. So for instance, it could be your candidate, or it could be your executive director of your nonprofit. The from address can be any valid email address. The domain name has to be your actual domain name. There's some technical reasons for that. Here's where you select which list you're sending it to, and we'll cover this in detail in another video. But when you're selecting the online list, you can, like, here's your opt-in universe, and by default that's everybody who's signed up. If you subscribe to all these different modules, you can click a very advanced list and get very targeted with your email. There's some standard paid for language that will show up here if you click these. There's standard footers, again, you can click to and just see them right here. There's the forward link that allows them to forward that to their friends via Facebook, Twitter, and then adding it to their newsletter archive. When you're done, you click Schedule Email, and this page lets you do two things. It allows you to approve and schedule it, and it allows you to test it in real time. So for instance, if I want to test this email on a couple of different email platforms like Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail, I can send a test right here, and you can see that the default emails that I had in the setup are right here. So I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is click Test Email. If I don't want to test email, I can schedule it from right up here. I just move it from draft to live. Once you move it from draft to live and you schedule it, it is going out the door. The approval process that comes next doesn't technically do anything. It's just there for you to see everything in one spot. What is critical is moving it from draft to live. Now, a note here is the only people who can move an email from draft to live are admin level people. So if you have users that are staff level or volunteer level users, they can create an email campaign, but once they get to this point, it will say you need to request approval, and at that point it will send an email to those people that, if you watched the video before this where it showed you how to set up the approvers, then those emails get routed to those email addresses, and then it links directly back to that email where you can approve it. So we can click Save and Close, or we can click Approve. Like I said, Approve doesn't technically do anything. It just puts everything right here in one spot, so you can test the links, make sure that your recipient list is correct, make sure your send date's correct, make sure all of your different from addresses are correct. And if you want to do this, like I said, this is just kind of one more kind of feel-good step really right now. and then your email is going out the door. That's it. That's all there is to it. Like I said, we will cover exactly how people come on to and get off of email lists or any list in a separate video. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.